We can argue. Hey, the new Batman movie, it was okay because it had a little bit of Batman in it.
He didn't kill anybody.
He killed a lot of people.
He didn't kill anybody.
Just because they just okay, just because the building explodes and 5 people walk out does not mean they actually survive. That's the storyteller lying to your ass. Okay? that's what it is.
I think you didn't want this movie to be good from the beginning.
No, I wanted it to be good. I didn't want Morbius to be good. Which it wasn't really great, but it was better than Batman. In a lot of ways. In one very big way.
I strongly disagree.
One very big way, considering they're practically the same fucking movie. Okay? They have the same narrative, the same story. A guy wants to be the best friend of the antagonist, or the antagonist wants to be the best friend of the hero.
None of that shit made any sense.
You're right. The Batman made no sense whatsoever.
The Batman made perfect sense.
Absolutely no sense. No sense.
Okay,
Zap, you
I'm gonna
gotta
have to watch
the
it.
Batman.
You haven't watched the...
I will carve out time this weekend to watch it.
Please, thank you.
Well, let's carve out some time right now.
Well, how about you carve out the time, Ben, to rewatch that fucking 3-hour movie? My wife wanted to watch it. I said, I ain't sitting here for 3 hours.
3 hours?
Fucking movie.
I watched
3 hours.
Afterlife last night, and I was blown away.
By how bad it was?
What did you watch?
By how amazing it was.
By how much garbage that was.
We
Seriously.
definitely have a difference in movie tastes.
I would say we do, because
I love that movie.
A movie called
Absolutely
Ghostbusters should have some fucking ghosts in it.
You didn't even like the original Ghostbusters.
I did not say that. I just said it's cheesy and funny.
I got it on video. I'll go back on YouTube. You have said that.
I did not say I didn't like the movies. I said the reason why people didn't like the female version of it, even though it was just as cheesy and silly and stupid as the originals, is because of the nostalgia and the whole thing about women.
The movie was bad.
You're right.
I defended that movie all up until the point where I watched it.
Afterlife was bad. They had 2 fucking ghosts.
Afterlife was great.
It was garbage.
I laughed.
What's Afterlife on?
I cheered. I loved every minute of it.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
So who's streaming Afterlife?
I have it on my Vudu.
It's Vudu.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that movie. It has. Let's see. They came up with some random ass, Slimer kind of ghost just to fucking throw a ghost in there because they didn't have any. It had Vankman Ghost. That's his name, right? I don't remember. I'm really bad with names.
Egon.
Yes.
Egon.
No.
So there was Egon.
Spangler.
Okay, and then there was the original bitch from the original movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. 3 ghosts in a movie called Ghostbusters. What? Seriously?
Afterlife.
Seriously?
Wait, are you talking about Zool?
Yeah. So they had the two dogs, the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper or whatever.
Gatekeeper.
Yeah.
Okay? They did the same fucking storyline. Oh, this one was in a man, this one was in a woman, and they gotta, do their lesbian thing. And Zool appears, and then, a fucking ghost. There's a ghost. Oh, and here's some cute little marshmallows.
I enjoyed it. I was
bored to death in that movie. It had me laughing at one part, and those were the cute fucking little marshmallow men, because they were like burning each other and melting each other and making s'mores out of each other. That was the best part of the movie. It was a horrible, horrible, bad movie. And it's getting a sequel too.
I disagree. I loved every minute of it.
It's getting a sequel too. So there you go.
I'm going to watch the shit out of it.
Bad Ghostbusters movie all day long. I'll watch the good one.
You can see why we...
For the record, the female one wasn't bad.
Thank you.
It was terrible.
It wasn't bad.
It was just as good as the originals because it was witty, stupid, cheesy, and funny.
It was like a long SNL skit.
It was.
Yeah.
It didn't take itself seriously enough, and that was the problem I had.
None of the movies did. Have you seen them?
Yes, they do.
I just watched them not too long ago before I watched Afterlife, and they do not take themselves seriously at all. They don't.
It's just a different dynamic.
I mean, it's
That's a different dynamic. I mean, it had its good points.
I'm just saying.
It had its good points.
The female version of the Ghostbusters was just as good as the originals. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that they were bad. No, absolutely.
Are you kidding?
And the new Ghostbuster
That's the most
movie,
ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
the new Ghostbuster movie should have just been called Afterlife, not Ghostbuster nothing. Because there was, you got Ghostbusters at the last 5 minutes of it, and you had 3 fucking ghosts in it.
Well,
Seriously?
I'm sure
You can't even call that a haunting. Let alone a fucking Ghostbusters.
There was more than 3. Well, let's see. There was the ghost that was eating the metal.
That's the Slimer wannabe.
Okay.
That they just throw in there.
There was the dog creatures.
The dog creatures are not ghosts.
And Gozer. Then there was the ghost outbreak in town. And then there was Harold Ramis.
There wasn't an outbreak in town. There was the little puff guys. That's not an outbreak.
Yeah, all the ghosts come out. They're into town. They're freaking running around. Fucking ladies trying to serve coffee to one and shit.
I must have fell asleep during that part.
I was just about to say that.
I mean, that's the only explanation. Only explanation.
No,
you probably nodded out.
Yeah, only explanation is because I fucking fell asleep.
Moon Knight.
Only explanation right there, guys. I'm telling you. Usually, I mean, for the most part, Ben and I agree a lot on movies, you know. But some of them we
do too.
So, guys, sorry.
But then there's that rare one.
Kind of thrown into a conversation, but we started a conversation before we went live, and I hit the live button, and you were just kind of came in right at the middle there. But yeah, let us know what you guys think for sure, because I mean,
let us know how wrong.
There's a lot of people that agree with me on the Ghostbusters and the Batman. So,
well, I have to see Afterlife in order to give my opinion.
Well,
wait, you haven't seen it? You told me you watched it.
Afterlife?
Yeah.
No, I wanted to go see it, but I just never had the time.
I thought you told me you watched it after.
Never took the time.
So you haven't watched the Batman
when it goes on
or Ghostbusters Afterlife, and we just sat here on a big old spoiler fucking.
We didn't spoil anything. We didn't say what happened or anything. We just told him who was in it. I mean, 90% of that you could have guessed. You knew he was going to come back as a ghost because it was his son that did the movie. I knew that fucking a year and a half ago or 3 years ago, whenever the fuck they announced it. So
definitely have to watch both those movies because they're both really good.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Ghostbusters was better.
Than the Batman?
Yeah.
I will agree. Well, I can't say that it was better because I did give Batman a 6, so I would give Ghostbusters a 6 too. But, yeah, and that's slightly above average, guys. So
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Some of it was fun, but
maybe it just hit
Well,
on
considering
right
most people I've
Yeah.
talked to give Batman like 2, 3 out of 10,
that's
I really liked it.
and a lot of what saves it is the special effects.
So I'll try to do this without spoiling Batman for you, Zap. My biggest issue is the runtime, okay? And then whenever, you have your first act, which is, Riddler doing all this stuff. Your second act is him investigating Riddler, but you kind of forget about Riddler in that second act. Until he mentions his name like once or twice. You see Alfred like 3 fucking times in the entire movie, and then Alfred is doing more detective work than Batman is. And then praise be to what's his face, Colin Farrell.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, I get him and Russell
Penguin.
Crowe. I get him and
yeah.
Russell Crowe mixed up a lot. But yeah,
Farrell's pretty good.
Did phenomenal as the Penguin, and he completely makes you forget about Riddler in that second act. And in the third act, it's back to Riddler. And you're like, where the fuck was he the entire time? So it's like hour 1, Riddler.
You're going to have to be the
Hour 2,
tiebreaker
Penguin.
on this one, Zap.
Hour 3, Riddler.
You're going to have to be the tiebreaker on these.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
unfortunately, I'm going into it already biased.
Well,
I'm going to try and give it a fair shake, but,
I did not like that Robert Pattinson was Batman originally. I think he did a fine job. Don't get me wrong. He did a fine job as
Batman. Not
Okay.
a great Bruce Wayne.
And the same can be said about everybody who's played the Hulk.
Everybody that did a great job in their roles, except for that last guy with the Joker thing. That was just weird and crazy.
That was
and
terrible, yeah.
I did not like that.
I'm glad
Okay.
yeah.
But just because you have good acting does not make for a great movie. Okay? And I mean, just because you have a bunch of different stars in a movie does not make it a good movie. There's plenty of movies that star-studded. They go, name, and then they fucking just bombs. Because it's not a good movie.
Well, that's like, that could be said about the first Batman movie. My favorite, Michael Keaton.
It's not muted, right?
Great stars, great acting, terrible story.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Hey, Jake, it's not muted, right?
No.
Okay, good.
Are you letting my attitude and my charisma come through?
Or
My
or the
passion.
Stalker Superman movie.
What is it?
The Stalker Superman movie.
Superman
Great actors. Superman Returns
Yeah.
Yeah.
with Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought everybody in there except for Lois was great. Just the movie was trash.
Totally agree.
Brandon Routh killed it,
Gave
actually.
us the scariest version of Lex Luthor I ever saw, though. Especially that point where he walked.
Oh,
up behind him and
hands
penetrated
down,
him.
besides Michael Rosenbaum, best Lex Luthor.
Absolutely.
Besides the point where he walked up behind him and penetrated him.
Well, I mean, that's been his dream for a long time.
Right? That's what he went to jail for, right? or got in trouble for.
But I can't believe. I mean, I believe it because they're out for money and all this stuff. But if I could give advice to Matt Reeves, real quick on a serious note, okay, make it shorter. Okay. There was some definitely good scenes in there. There was some definitely cinematography that was fucking amazing in there. I don't get the whole praising the car chase thing because it wasn't that great. I mean, I've seen much better car chases. But
we jumped it through real fire.
So, I mean,
I remember seeing an interview clip with him. Oh, when we did that, we did it with real fire.
Yeah.
How otherwise would you do it?
Yeah, right? Would you do it through animated fire, like fucking Baywatch? They did animated fire, and it looked so bad. But yeah, that would be my biggest thing. But just your scenes don't have to be so long, man. Okay, like that opening 10-minute scene, easily a 5-minute scene.
Yeah.
Easily.
My problem is DC keeps dropping the ball.
Here's my
It's
problem.
like the ball. It's like the ball's covered in butter.
DC keeps dropping the ball, and they ain't even got the fucking ball. Okay? They think
Their
they got
animated
it.
is usually always kills it, but their live action is trash.
You ever see those football players when they go up for the ball, they catch, and then they like bring it in, and then they drop it, but they still run? That's DC. They think they caught that ball, and they're running, and then they just.
So they're delusional.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They are
have
highly
their animation team make a Batman movie.
They are high AF.
Just take all the fucking all the notes or whatever, and then make a live action movie out of it.
What they need to do is say, "Hey, animated guys, we got a new animated movie for you. Write it."
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're gonna turn it into a live action now.
Yeah, write it and do all the self, or do all the storyboards.
Yeah, do all the storyboards.
But yet here we are watching another great Marvel series.
Right.
Yep.
It's sad, and DC has.
How hard is it?
DC has some good series. Titans is really good. Doom Patrol is really good. I mean, they have good series out there.
But their movies are.
I only watched the first season, but it was.
Peacemaker's ridiculous.
Yeah, Peacemaker's amazing.
Peacemaker, love Peacemaker.
That is ridiculous.
I like the Arrowverse shows. Supergirl, I was really disappointed that they canceled Supergirl.
See, TV was a little bit better than movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Smallville for 7 seasons was great.
Right.
Yeah. And the Arrowverse was pretty good too. I still watch a lot of the Flashes and stuff, but most of the rest of them kind of. It was like I had to pick one and run with it because I couldn't.
It was a great concept, though.
Yeah.
There's too many.
To interlink all these shows.
Yeah, and the
Yeah,
movie.
and I really like the Flash.
And they brought in the movies with them too, because they had what's his face.
Ezra, whatever, the guy who keeps getting
the guy that
arrested.
plays the Atom, and he played Superman. The one we were Brandon Roth.
Brandon Routh.
Yeah.
Okay, so they brought him in as Superman.
Yeah.
So he basically
I heard that
his role.
Yeah.
So that made that movie canon as bad as it was, and then they brought in Tom Welling from Smallville.
Yep.
So
asshole.
They were supposed to bring in Michael Keaton at one point, but they
went with
but that's how they ended up with Kevin Conroy.
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy, yeah.
So I mean, they
That
did
was
a
Which,
really
in my opinion, is probably the best Batman.
definitely a great.
10 minutes.
Okay, well we'll just start the show once we call back, but
Yeah.
definitely DC did a really good job with shows, their series. Better than Marvel started with their shows. You know.
Well, and
'cause-
what makes me mad is I committed to watching Agents of Shield. That was
Yeah.
supposed to be running alongside the universe,
yeah.
but now it's not.
Well, so what
It's
happened?
done now anyway.
Yeah, it's
Done.
over now. But
Or do they just chalk it up to another
After
universe?
let's see, they did a scene with Samuel Jackson, and then after
No,
that,
it
they-
segued into
they split. The season that introduced the Ghost Rider was a split, is where they split. Which I'm sorry, but freaking the freaking Captain America 2, the sequel, the second one, came out, right? And the Winter Soldier, and it just messed up the whole show for me.
so let me tell you guys the
It
story
turned my
behind
favorite
that.
character into a Hydra character.
Let me
Hail
tell you
Hydra.
the story behind that, okay? So originally they were supposed to be connected, okay? But the two studios that you had, Marvel Studios that made movies, and then which was Kevin Feige, and then you had Marvel TV Studios, which had some dumbass douche that didn't know what he was doing. And so they didn't really know in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. what was going on in the movies. Okay? So when they shot season 1, they were like setting it all up. And then Captain America 2 happened, and they were like, shit, what do we do?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's very, very loosely connected to the MCU, or shall we say MCM, the Marvel Cinematic Multiverse.
Multiverse.
Yeah. So we coined it here first, folks. Technically, my son did, but I stole it from him. MCM.
The
Remember
MCM. All right.
that. Anyway, so you got Marvel TV and Marvel Studios not communicating at all. And you got like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. mentioning like what's kind of going on in the movies, and you got some appearances. You had what, Scythe, and I think Samuel L. Jackson was on there at one point.
And you know, in retrospect,
and then-
the really messed up thing is that they didn't have to do none of that. They could have just been a separate universe.
Yeah, right. But now that's
An
probably
offshoot.
what they're gonna do anyway, because technically
I was just pissed I never got to see Coulson again on the movies.
you didn't watch what is it, Captain Marvel?
Event? Yeah, he was in Captain Marvel.
Well,
And he might come back. You never know.
Right? I hear Tahiti's a beautiful place. Or a magical place. Whatever the fuck it was.
magical place.
But
Well, and then Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. segued into Age of Ultron.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then so as the episodes went on, you know, it just got further and further away. And then by the time Endgame or Infinity War and Endgame came, they did mention that he was coming. They said Thanos. I think they name dropped Thanos towards the end of the season.
But that makes
7.
sense that the two production companies weren't communicating.
Yeah, and then
But you know, everything's under one roof, so
right, but
Yeah.
and then Kevin Feige took over everything, including the TV studios, and that's when Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. got canceled, the Daredevil and all that got canceled and brought over to Disney Plus. You know,
Which at least I'm glad I'm going to get a chance to watch it in full.
yeah, no, you should definitely watch all of them, even though I don't care for Jessica Jones or Iron Fist.
I don't care for Jessica Jones, but I do like David Tennant, and he was the villain on that one.
Yeah, no, he was great. I just
I
don't
couldn't
like-
do it.
I don't like the actress that plays Jessica Jones. So
I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't do. I couldn't do evil David Tennant. I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I actually
He is the Doctor. He'll always be the Doctor.
I actually
He's
got
master now.
into Doctor Who after watching Jessica Jones.
Oh, really?
Thankfully, because he was actually really
Yeah,
good
no.
in the show. But I agree with you.
He was, in my opinion, the. Go ahead.
If I had seen Doctor Who first, like got hooked on Doctor Who first, I would completely agree with you about not seeing him as,
Right, he's
as
just,
a bad guy.
and he like Brandon Routh wanted to play that role his whole life. You know,
Yeah.
David Tennant wanted to be the Doctor from the time he was a boy.
Yeah.
So that's
didn't
why
he
it
last
felt
long
so
enough?
right with him. Well, yeah, my favorite was the one that came before him,
So I like
Eccleston.
I've liked all of the Doctors so far. I haven't completely finished the female Doctor yet.
I don't know.
But it took me a while to get through all the seasons.
When
It wasn't Matt's fault.
The Doctor, right? A person.
It wasn't Matt's fault.
Person took over the show. It was
Moffat.
Yeah, Moffat, a guy named Moffat, and he just shit on pretty much all the fucking rules and all the fucking setup that they had done in the previous seasons when he took over the show, and just dumbed it down.
Yeah.
You know, you used to be like actually scary and fucking made you think a lot of those things.
Cerebral.
Fucking concepts that you wouldn't normally fucking consider. You know what I mean? Like, and then when Moffat took over, he was just like turned it.
It was like
into a
Saturday morning TV
kid show.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It did.
Time.
2 minutes 23 seconds.
Okay, cool. It did get a little kind of wish-washy there
Yeah,
after a while.
yeah,
But-
and that's because Moffat he's taken over shows before, and everyone says that he just fucks them up, man. Well, a lot of people
It's
like
all
it.
about Davies.
A lot of people
Davies
like
was
it
the man.
because it brings it down to a level where they can.
And then there was that show
They don't
Touchwood.
have
I
to
mean
think about
Torchwood.
it.
Oh,
Then there was that show that
Touchwood,
what?
yeah.
Touchwood,
Yeah, Touchwood.
They even made a joke about that on, what was it?
It was a
It was
Stars
Doctor Who
movie.
episode or movie. Yeah, no, not Touchwood, Torchwood. But that's what I called it too, man, because it was really gay. It was not that
It was very
with
gay.
it. Not that there's a problem with it, but wow.
So real quick,
really in
there was
your
an
face.
episode of Tennant's called "The Doctor's Daughter," where his DNA creates another version, a female version, who actually ends up being his real life wife, who is actually the Doctor of the one with the celery in his jacket.
Yeah, of the Doctor Who that wore the celery on the blonde-haired one.
Right.
So the girl who played the Doctor's daughter was actually the Doctor's daughter.
And then she boned the Doctor, which made it weird.
That
Who was also of his DNA,
So there's a little bit of Doctor Who trivia for you.
right? All right,
that's very interesting.
I'm calling you guys right back.
All right. We'll be right back, guys. Stay here. Took you long enough. All right, I guess we could, once Zap gets loaded up in here, we could do what we were meant to do today.
I mean, if you want. We could watch this episode of Moonlight. Moonlight. Oh, God.
Moonlight, yeah, Moonlight.
Moonlighting?
Moonlighting. Yeah.
Moonlighting, yes.
Well, I mean, he kind of is. You know, moonlighting his personalities.
Well, yeah, he does do stuff.
He's a doctor. Yeah. He's a archaeologist in one, a mercenary in another.
Right.
So
moonlights.
And who knows who that third thing that he wouldn't let out was? He's probably a anesthesiologist.
That's right. There's a third personality. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah. The third one is an anesthesiologist. You know.
He's the one who's making everybody forget.
Yep. He just knows the right dosage. You know. All right, guys.
That's funny.
I was talking with a friend at work, and he's actually pretty knowledgeable about the whole. He actually read the Moon Knight series.
Oh, right on.
Huh?
Well, I just got a bunch of Moon Knight comics on order, so.
Oh, nice.
We'll open that up once they get here. I also got some of these guys too, and I got bags. Look at those.
Nice.
Oh my God, that bag is heavy. Bags of new comics. So yeah.
All right, guys, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Let's get this shit.
Yeah, 000. Okay,
let me bring it up here.
Get your Disney Plus ready. Pull up Moon Knight. Make sure to put it on 000 and get ready for that countdown.
Get your Disney with an attitude.
Yep. Disney Snap.
Oh, snap!
Okay. I'm slacking here.
000.
I'm snacking.
Episode 5.
Okay, 000.
000? All right. So, everybody at home, get on 000 and press play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play.
You're kind of off on the counter, but. Previously on.
Hi.
One of the fiercest animals in the animal kingdom are the hippos. More people die from hippo attacks in Africa than any other animal.
Yep. And I don't understand, man. Like, you can see those motherfuckers.
Right. No, they'll come up. When you're boating down the river, they'll come up from under you, tip you, and then.
I know, but they can also run up to like 40 miles an hour and fucking land.
Holy shit. Uh-oh.
Fact check me on that. Because I'm not sure if that's correct, but they can run fast.
Uh, uh. A real doctor would know that. Or Starship. His name was Short Round, and he followed Indiana Jones. So it's not multiple personalities. There's two souls in there.
Sorry, what?
every person he's ever killed.
Yep.
It's slowing down the wrong direction. Oh, here's where the split happened.
Think he killed his brother on accident?
Wasn't watching him. That's what I'm guessing. Slipped and fell. Wet rocks.
It's pretty damn dark.
Yeah.
was pretty evil. She's a piece of garbage.
Yep.
Blaming a little boy when she's the fucking parent.
Wow. Oh, that's bad.
Huh?
Yep.
I like her.
Ten minutes.
What?
10 minutes.
Okay, there's 22 left, so.
Yeah. He's being manipulated from the other side. Good question. So Steve's the creation.
Yeah.
$3.30.
All right, let's just go ahead and pause it, guys.
All right, let's pause it here.
33:36 is what I'm at.
All right.
And we'll be right back. And we're back. Some of us.
You say 33:26?
33:36. And we're waiting on Zap.
Okay, got it. Zap has been invited. There we go.
Zap!
Hey, all right.
Alright, I'm at 33:36. Zap.
Same.
Same.
Alright. Whenever you guys
5,
are ready.
4, 3, 2, 1, play. Well, that's a fucked up way to find out.
Yeah. Doctor sure as hell ain't supposed to do that.
That's one dirty yarmulke. Wow.
Dad. Sorry to bother you, but how do you put this on home screen? She's screaming. She's screaming above her lungs. So. And we don't know how to.
How to what?
Get it to home screen. It's not doing anything.
Oh, that's not good.
There's sand people.
Where's Darth Vader when you need him?
Right?
You don't got this. They need to become whole again. The only way.
I don't know. I think two minds are better than one.
Not usually when they're in the same body.
Sure they are. What are you talking about? Well, Steven's not real, so. That's why they wasn't coming after him.
Yep.
Now he's a sand zombie.
Wow.
What a boat ride.
Right? And now he's in the movie 300. Well, so much for Steven.
I don't know, because, I mean, there's a lot that we didn't get answers to on there. Like, who the other person in the coffin was.
The third, yeah.
And like I said, Steven didn't exist, so, and that's why they wasn't coming after him.
There was still two hearts on the scale, though.
That's why they were out of balance, because they were sharing the heart.
Yeah, the whole hearts weren't whole. Just gonna skip ahead a little bit to see if there's any end credit stuff. And it doesn't look like there is, because it goes straight to Eternals. Let me take my earbuds out so I can I really enjoyed the boat ride. Like, that was a pretty informational episode.
It was
pretty fucking dark too, man. That was
right, especially for Marvel.
Yeah, I mean, what an evil mother. Like,
yes,
I can I can understand
evil.
If you tell your son or your daughter to watch their sibling, and something happens to one of them, especially the younger one, I can understand being upset, and maybe not want the child to be in your vicinity right then, because you've got all this emotion. But to hate them is just evil. Like,
maybe, but some people just don't know how to deal with things like that.
Well, those people shouldn't have
kids. That she was broken too.
Yeah, people just,
in a really fundamental way.
Well, people should.
Which is messed up because he lost both his brother and his mom.
Yeah, but he gained a brother.
Yeah,
For a minute.
Maybe multiple. We don't know.
I bet you he wishes his brother would quit putting glass in his sandals.
Right? No, I thought this really was very informative on his backstory. Like this could have been episode 1 kind of thing.
And I kind of like the whole Egyptian mythos lore fucking visualized like this. It's really, really cool.
Great.
Yeah.
I loved, I can't remember her name right now, the hippo chick.
Mm-hmm.
I love her, man. I want them to bring her back.
I hope they do, yeah.
Like, she's got to have her own show or just where she's doing this to people, like, you know, making people balance their scale and having different stories and stuff on this show.
That would be cool, yeah.
Right? Like a nice 6 to 8 episode show.
I'd be totally down with that, yeah.
You know, that would be fucking cool. Obviously, it would be different stories and things like that, you know. But she could like help them out every once in a while, you know.
She did say it's been a while though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you have thousands of years you could cover, you know.
Right.
So I don't know.
Well,
I think that would be cool.
It makes me wonder why it's been a while. Maybe because they've been touched by an Egyptian god that they get to take that boat ride where everyone else just falls straight through to the sand.
Well, I don't know. I think mostly it's because of maybe the Egyptian beliefs.
Oh, because he believed in the Egyptian belief. At least Stephen did.
Yeah.
Well, no, he did too. After being possessed by an Egyptian god, I'm sure he was like, "Oh, well, that shit's real." Yes.
Yeah. So, like, if you like believed in the Egyptian stuff, maybe that's the reason. But I don't really know. I'll probably have to go back and watch the episode again to soak it all in, because
yeah,
it was a fucked up episode. That's for sure.
Right.
Well, and they throw so much stuff in there.
There was a lot. For it only being an hour long, there was a lot of stuff.
There was a lot of stuff in there, absolutely, yeah.
Unlike the Batman, where there was not enough stuff. It was just a lot of just nothingness. This had a lot of stuff in it, you know. It reminds me of that Mandalorian episode that was like only 15 minutes long, but there was like so much shit packed into it. You couldn't tell it was 15 minutes long?
Well, it's also possible that none of that's real, and he's sitting in a motherfucking office with Dr. Ethan Hawke.
I don't think that's the real thing. Considering he kept going onto the ship and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
He's just a crazy person in a psych ward. He went crazy after he accidentally got his brother killed, and then his mom beat the crap out of him a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And then she died.
God, that was brutal, man.
But when he trashes Yamaka, he just couldn't do it anymore. He said that was my favorite one.
Well, I've heard that he was Jewish. That Moon Knight was Jewish, and Oscar Isaac isn't Jewish. And there was like some uproar about that, but it's like whatever.
That's really you're an actor. You're doing something that you're. I bet you Oscar Isaac also isn't multiple personality disorder Moon Knight, but you know he's an actor.
Well, no, but they want real people with real mental issues, like multiple personalities, to be the stars of these shows.
Can you imagine the casting call? Like,
yeah, but what if one personality can act and the other one can't?
That's the issue I think they're having with actually hiring somebody like that. You know, I think that's.
Well, I mean, come on. What about RDJ? He was a dude, played another dude, played another dude.
Yeah, all right. In blackface.
for a 2-hour movie.
And
love that movie.
And Tom Cruise was the dude playing a fat, hairy dude dancing around. Which was fucking great. I loved it. That's like
it was
that's my
extremely entertaining.
That's my number one favorite Tom Cruise movie. Okay, I don't like
When
Tom
he's in
Cruise
for
very
like
much.
what, 5 minutes?
Yeah, but he was great in that 5 minutes. Okay, my second Tom Cruise movie is Vanilla Sky. That was a great movie too. So
That was a good movie.
just yeah, Benjamin, if you've never seen that, I'm gonna smack you.
It was okay.
Let's see.
Okay, let's get Ben out of this conversation here. Let me kick him
I
out.
started it, sucker.
Let me kick him out.
If I leave, all of you leave.
So yeah, that's my top two for Tom Cruise.
So is Steven dead? Is my question.
And
he just will him back to life again.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Technically, they're all dead because he's dead.
Oh, that's true.
Mark's dead.
But is the Steven personality gone, or can he just be wished back to life whenever he wanted?
I'm gonna assume that he could probably be brought back pretty easily, and I'm gonna assume that there's more than just one.
I still think there's another personality.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There was a third personality. Both Steven and Mark were like, who
And
was that?
is it because they're unaware of the personality? Is the reason why it wasn't a part of the balancing?
You look like you got a shark fin.
I think the whole part of the balancing thing.
Oh, when you had your head forward, it looked like you had a shark fin for a minute. Jake. Yeah. Right.
Da-da, da-da. So, what I was gonna say is, I'm gonna say if there is a third personality like we suspect, no, it would not have an effect on the balancing of the scales because it was just the two hearts. If there was the third heart on there, then yes, it would have an effect.
Third heart didn't get weighed.
Exactly. So their heart was either a part of the two hearts that were on there or not a part of them at all.
But the second heart didn't disappear, which means that he's still probably inside Mark.
Probably. Yes. So, I don't know. There's a lot of speculation. We have what?
So people are already dying from this, though. You can see they're riding in the thing, and you see people all over the place start dropping, just like.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's already happening.
Well, she was saying there's chaos going on.
Yeah,
people are
being
coming
judged
before they are time.
Yeah, and that's the doctor doing his judgment thing.
Yeah, but there's dozens of them.
Yeah, well, that's because the god, he brought her back. The one that he was trying to release.
Right.
He brought
he
her
released
back.
her.
Yeah. And that's probably going to be the next episode is where it shows us that he released her. And I think this is a 6-episode thing.
I would think that a psychiatrist's office that big, surrounded by crazy religious symbology, would not be beneficial for the patients.
Well, we only saw Steven and Mark, so I don't know how many pages.
No, I'm talking about when he's in the psychiatry part.
Right.
And he's
so you're talking about the logic of it.
I'm talking about the office itself.
Okay, yeah. Well, it had a lot of relics and stuff.
Yeah, relics, Egyptian mythology, stuff that could potentially set someone off. I mean, you might as well put upside down crosses all over it. You know what I mean?
Or with that piece of like ornament or whatever it is, that sharp piece of thing, you might as well put like knives and guns and swords and shit in there too.
Right.
It's
like, all
why would you put a big pointy fucking spike that someone can easily grab
Around
and
a
stab
crazy
the shit
person.
out of you. Around the crazy people.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You should be admitted to your own fucking hospital. You know?
But
so
it's all not real.
Yeah, it's all
maybe
manipulation.
maybe it was one of the other gods trying to keep him from balancing.
But he was telling him to balance, which is the weird part.
Yeah, I think it was part of the balancing.
That the brain was just thinking up stuff.
Yeah, because he was meant to like go through those doors and stuff to help balance. You know, I don't know. Anyway, I'm really digging this fucking show. So
you weren't meant to see this.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of you.
You know the stress ball is. I'm your fucking stress ball.
Now, so the only thing I didn't really get with that, okay, is if Steven was the stress ball, he was the one getting beat by his mom.
No, he switched back. He switched back before that.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah.
He switched back.
Yeah, because he said you never saw any of that.
Yeah, and you aren't meant to see any of that.
Right, but he said that's why you
grew up in a life where she never hit you and she loved you.
Right, but it didn't show him turning back.
It didn't, but he shoved him out of the room.
No, but I mean it's inferred.
Yeah, it did.
It wasn't inferred to me because I saw him.
It looked like he was Steven when he was getting beat.
Yeah, it was like this.
But I'm gonna go with Zepp and just say he must have changed back because
I'm Steven. Bah! What in the bloody hell?
Right? What in the bloody hell? Why am I getting my ass whooped again?
What I do, Mum? What I do?
Did I forget to brew the tea again? Damn it!
Like a crumpet crumbs on the floor.
It was tea times, Mum. And I didn't bring the tea and cookies or tea and biscuits.
Biscuits.
Oh, just go get buggered.
Okay, guys. So, before we go, I got a couple of quick things. We're revamping the website. Shut up, Zap. It's my fucking joke, okay? Fuck you, Zap. It's called the Jake.
I feel like I needed a rim shot for that.
Yeah. So it's the Jake Revamp show. No. So we're revamping the jakevamp.com right now, so you guys can't really go to it. But we're going to have some really awesome things on there. We're going to start doing some blogging. Big Ben's going to be a writer on there. Zap, I don't know if you want to do a blog or whatever. That'd be cool if you wanted to do something. I've got somebody that's willing to do blogging on about food. Like, you know, things that, you know, you might not necessarily go for normally, kind of thing, you know? So just keep a lookout for that. I've currently, this is going to probably be a little further out, but I'm currently trying to work on an album, a parody album. Ben, you know you're a part of that. Zap, I don't know if you sing or do anything like that, but you can be a part of it too if you want.
No, I could be a part of the think tank though.
Okay, well, you can help with the writing and stuff because, you know, I can't write them all, but I do come up with them all because I've got a lot of good ideas. So we're gonna be putting out a parody album. We're still working on our movie. It's just a slow process at the moment, just because, you know, everything going on and just struggles of getting things that we need.
Yep.
And yeah, and then I'm probably gonna go through my Tomb of Dracula collecting with you guys here in a video one day. We'll go through the ones that I got. We'll look at the ones that we need, and we'll maybe even we'll go through the story and all that fun stuff of Tomb of Dracula. So just stay tuned, guys. We're trying. We're doing a really good job with keeping up on these Wednesday shows. And now that we're going to the movies more, we're doing a really good job on keeping up with that as well.
Yep. Our next one's gonna be Doctor Strange.
Yep, where the MCM really comes to be.
Yep.
But yeah, just keep
And
hanging out, sharing. What's up, Zap?
Oh, and what's our next show?
The next show after Moon Knight's over?
Yeah.
Kenobi. Kenobi starts next month.
Old man in the bushes with a pair of binoculars, watching the little blonde kid play all by himself.
Old young Kenobi.
That guy
And
gets
you will want to watch this
more than
webcast.
Jesus.
So guys, just make sure you guys are sharing this stuff. You know, we got some really, really good, exciting stuff coming. I'll have a new book, a new kids book next month, I think, is the deadline for the artwork, and then we'll get that online and everything. It's called The Gorgon Princess, so keep your eyes out for that. That's going to be pretty fun book to read, and yeah, I think that's
Don't
pretty
forget
much.
to hit that little notification bell down there so you can be notified whenever we go live.
Yep, and since we're doing it more, it's like every Wednesday at 7-ish on the dot.
7-ish on the dot.
Definitely, maybe.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely at or around that time.
Well, sometimes we do it at 6. Sometimes we do it at 7:30. Sometimes we have technical issues and we don't start till 8:30.
Right? You know? Sometimes we sit and bullshit about what movies are good or not until fucking
for an hour.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying is I'm not wrong.
Hey,
there's just
both
no
of our opinions are valid.
7-ish
because they are
on the
our
dot.
opinions. The fact that those movies were great has nothing to do with our opinions.
The fact that those movies were
Or they
garbage
suck.
and shit. I mean, okay, not garbage shit. That's just me teasing Ben. Okay, they were okay movies. They were just not warranted to be made. Plain and simple. Like, there was no point in making them other than nostalgia.
Well, I'm gonna say right now, you guys, is that DC has had this big merger with Discovery, and
Star Trek Discovery, right?
No, and then no, I'd be very worried then. The new
trash.
The new company has made some statements that have made me very hopeful for the future of DC movies.
They fired everybody associated with it?
They basically said that they've been portrayed wrongly and that they're going to fix that.
Maybe getting somebody that's an actual fan to do that.
Yeah. I'm really getting sick of these people who've never heard of the lore taking on these projects that are filled with so much lore that...
Well, see, I was really excited about Ben Affleck's Batman movie because his was going to be a real detective story, you know? And then Matt Reeves was like, you know what? Nah, let's throw that out the window.
Yeah.
Because Ben is a fan.
Yeah.
But see, they fucked up on his shit.
They did.
And
that's
perfect.
why he... That's one reason why
perfect.
he was...
All his tech was perfect. His acting was dead on. But they just, like, shoved that character into the wrong time slot.
Well, not only that, but it's also edited.
Old man Batman meeting brand new Clark Kent.
Very true. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say old man Batman. He's not old man. He's middle-aged Batman.
Well, yeah, but
who's been Batman for a little while. Who has captured the Joker like 800 times and then let him go free.
That is the Dark Knight.
Right. That's
From
what I'm
the Dark
saying.
Knight Rises. Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. 100% on that.
And that Batman fought Superman in a much more believable way.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, but he could have been a really great Batman.
I think he still can if they keep him. But my issue is he's not going to want to do a shitty Batman.
Just like Cavill could have been one of the greatest Supermans ever if they would have just fucking gave him a proper script where he acted like Superman.
I don't disagree, but I slightly disagree because he's brand new Superman. He's learning how to be Superman.
He wasn't the big
or the Green Lantern movie.
And without that
movie was Superman. Fucking amazing.
No, it was trash. But
no, it was amazing. Amazingly
the problem was they had Ryan playing the wrong Green Lantern.
You're right. Amazing can be used in several different ways.
It was amazingly bad.
Yeah,
but I mean, just ask Ryan. But
I 100% agree.
They had him playing the wrong Green Lantern.
Yeah.
He was not a Hal Jordan. He's a Kyle Rayner.
Yeah, it didn't matter. The whole thing was messed up. You know what happens, you guys, is that these movies get planned and the scripts get written, and then the fucking person who's funding it, who doesn't even really know anything about it, decides they want to make changes to it because this doesn't make sense to them or that doesn't make sense to them.
Well, here's the thing. It doesn't matter if it makes sense to... The only person it has to make sense to is the fucking writer.
Yeah, but it doesn't. Okay, let me give you an example.
It might make sense to the writer because they wrote it. But now you have this asshole that's paying for it coming in and changing it.
During the Deadpool movie, right, there's a part where Colossus is telling Deadpool, there's one or two moments where you could choose to become a hero, right? And Deadpool,
2 or 3 moments.
Deadpool shoots the guy, right? And then Colossus turns around and pukes. Well, in the script that was written, Colossus turns around and pukes up bagels and coffee. Okay. The guy who financed the script decided that he wanted it to be nuts and bolts.
He's not a fucking robot. He's a mutant.
They settled on a chrome vomit. These kind of things is what messes up movies. Now, this particular thing didn't mess up the gem that is the Deadpool movie.
Not at all. Yeah.
But this kind of thing happens all the time in all these movies, and these little changes that don't seem inconsequential wind up making the movie make no sense and just shitting all over the established lore that they're making the movie about. Completely. You don't make a movie about the Easter Bunny and then make it be like a fucking alligator.
One horrible offender, J.J. Abrams.
Oh God, you're terrible. Get out of that guy. Just oof.
Don't get me started on him ruining Star Wars.
Hey,
Star Trek.
He did a lot better job he did with Star Wars than he did with Star Trek. I can't believe I walked out of the movie angry after seeing a new Star Trek movie.
No,
I'm actually blown away by that. I was
I think he did equal damage.
Exactly.
I think he did equal damage.
Exactly.
No. I think he actually did more damage to Star Trek. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because at least.
No. See,
with these gaps in the timeline, which we're about to get Obi-Wan.
No. Let me try to change your mind.
Content.
You're sitting at your table with the coffee and you got your fucking sign in front of you saying J.J. Abrams destroyed Star Trek more than he did Star Wars. But let me try to change your mind, okay? Here's my issue. Here's my issue. Okay.
You got 3 minutes to change his mind.
How many?
3.
Okay.
254.
He ended a Skywalker saga. cannot
with a
really be
Palpatine.
cannot really be changed. Okay? Now we have 9 movies, unless they completely just fucking get rid of the last 3, which they're not going to do.
Nope. Not unless they get rid of the prequels.
And we don't have time travel in Star Wars. Okay?
That's true.
So now that's a whole fucking saga ruined by J.J. Abrams. Now, Star Trek, however, he's fucked up, what, 2-3 movies? Right?
No, it's because.
But
Discovery.
you have time travel. You have.
I blame
time
him.
travel.
I blame him for Discovery and all the trash content it brought.
Discovery is actually. I did not like the first couple of seasons, but the last season where they're in the future was decent.
I don't know, man. They turned Starfleet into an organization with zero integrity, and it pisses me off.
Watch the rest of season 3 or whatever 4.
I've been trudging through the season. Every single episode, the main character disobeys
Then
orders.
fucking watch the last episode then.
Good.
God.
I hope she gets thrown in prison again.
Anyway.
I hope she gets turned into a zombie.
Anyway.
Oh wait, she already did that.
Oh yeah, I hope
Anyway,
she moves out to a planet with a zombie apocalypse and they get stuck there.
So my point is no matter how many times Star Trek can get fucked up, okay, they did not end it that way. He ended a saga of 9 movies that cannot be fixed. Cannot be fixed unless Disney says, fuck the last 3 movies. And they're not going to do it.
Well, okay, we're out of time, so it's for the folks at home to decide
this
if
is
he's right or
where
not.
he fucked up more with Star Wars.
Did he change your mind, Zap? Did he change your
No, I think we're looking at equal damage, just in different ways.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you can forget about those 2 Star Trek movies he made. You can't forget about the last 3 fucking Star Wars movies. Unless you just didn't see them. Peace, guys.
Bye, everyone.